Here we have BB Hitler in the US Congress speaking about how much he loves genocide, and I'm assuming everybody that's still here supports BB Hitler and his genocide unless they openly speak out against him. I know there's several Congress members that have decided to not attend and protest against BB Hitler, though you got Kamala Harris and Biden that support the genocide because they're Zionist genociders. But here's Netanyahu telling Congress that America and Israel must stand together in their genocide of the Palestinians.
We meet today at a crossroads of history. Our world is in upheaval. In the Middle East, Iran's axis of terror confronts America, Israel, and our Arab friends.
I love how Bibi Netanyahu, a big terrorist in the Middle East, is complaining about other people possibly doing terrorism. When you're killing innocent kids, you can't claim to not be a terrorist.
This is not a clash of civilizations. It's a clash between barbarism and civilization.
Wow, but genocide isn't barbarism, according to Netanyahu. Killing over 100,000 innocent civilians isn't barbarism. Destroying all the hospitals, the schools, the libraries, attacking um, uh, foreign nationals, attacking diplomats, attacking UN schools and stuff. That's not barbarism, according to Netanyahu. That's insane.
It's a clash between those who glorify death and those who sanctify life.
Wow, that is hilarious. A person that is in favor of genocide who's speaking about how he wants to Palestinians is talking about being against people worshiping death. That's Bibi Netanyahu.
For the forces of civilization to triumph, America and Israel must stand together.
All these people, oh look, paused on Fetterman, the big dude who was all about the working poor, rights of people, clapping for genocide. All these people here, clapping and standing up, they're all in favor of genocide.
Because when we stand together, something very simple happens. We win, they lose.
And the they he's talking about are the innocent Palestinians that are just fighting to stay alive and not be murdered by American weapons at the hands of the IDF.
And my friends, I came to assure you today of one thing: we will win.
This is like when Hitler went out and spoke to other people about his genocide, and he was able to get other nations to support him until he decided to attack his allies. Here, though, if the Israeli government attacks the United States in any way, they will still support the Israeli government no matter what. How many innocent Americans have been killed by the Israeli government? Too many. And what does the American government do? Just gives the Israeli government more money. Though it's truly insane how so many of these people claim to be left-wingers, claim to be in support of human rights and freedom, while at the same time support a right-wing extremist government that is genociding people, that are denying people their human rights, their right to life and liberty.
Ladies and gentlemen, like December 7th, 1941, and September 11th, 2001, October 7th is a day that will forever live in infamy.
What will also live in infamy is the fact that the Israeli government has genocided over 100,000 people, is starving millions of people, and displacing millions more.
It was the Jewish holiday of Simchat Torah. It began as a perfect day, not a cloud in the sky. Thousands of young Israelis were celebrating at an outdoor music festival. And suddenly, at 6:29 a.m., as children were still sleeping soundly in their beds in the towns and kibbutzim next to Gaza, suddenly heaven turned into hell. 3,000 Hamas terrorists stormed into Israel. They butchered 1,200 people from 41 countries, including 39 Americans.
Oh wow, now he cares about the lives of Americans when it's somebody else taking their lives. But when it's the IDF killing Americans, it's no big deal whatsoever because the Israeli government has killed Americans and they don't care about it. This is just hilarious, to be honest, how he is nothing but a liar. He pretends to care about all these things just so he can maintain power.
Proportionately, compared to our population size, that's like 20 9/11s in one day.
Okay, but what about the hundreds of thousands of people in Gaza and the West Bank being killed? That's thousands upon thousands of Octobers.
And these monsters, they raped women, they beheaded men, they burnt babies alive.
Okay, there was no evidence of Hamas burning babies alive, but what about the Israeli government kidnapping thousands of Palestinians in the West Bank and torturing them? You got IDF members actively speaking out against the kidnapping and torture of Palestinians by the Israeli government. This is wild how they want to pretend they don't commit terrorism when they do the same things they're speaking out against about Hamas.
They killed parents in front of their children and children in front of their parents. They
The IDF does that all the time. Right now, the Israeli government is murdering kids in front of their parents and parents in front of their kids.
dragged 255 people, both living and dead, into the dark dungeons of Gaza. Israel has already brought home 135 of these hostages, including.
And if they wanted to bring back more, they could agree to a ceasefire, which a lot of Israelis in Israel is advocating for, though Bibi Netanyahu is just using them as pawns so that he can stay as PM.
7 who were freed in daring rescue operations.
I'm curious as why he doesn't talk about the three hostages killed by the IDF, or the hostages killed in airstrikes, or the hostages killed when the IDF decided to flood the tunnels